Hey guys, Jedediah with Grass Geeks here. Want to go over some troubleshooting again with some sod. So you can see that we've kind of continued this project. We got almost the entire yard laid. We got this nice edge along this patio. But the problem we're running into, right, is that now we've gone from the deck back, because we always start closest to, the farthest away from where our source to getting sod is. So at this point, our trailer is right here. The fence gate's right here. So we're going to start on the back side and we're going to work our way across. So we started there in that corner because we've got a clean edge, and we can work towards this fence that's got this rickety edge, and then we'll make our cuts there. So we're talking about cutting specifically, because we're gonna make a video on cutting along fence lines and stuff, but this video is troubleshooting when you've got a roll of sod that you lay along this line like a patio, and all of a sudden the corners don't match, right? You got this piece of sod that comes here, and this corner here. What do you do? How do you get this roll here? Do you just lay a completely fresh roll of sod and then you offset yourself to the corner, the edge? My answer to that is actually no. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just take a roll of sod, we're gonna lay it on top of the patio, we're gonna lay it over, we're gonna line up the edges as if we're just continuing straight, just as like we laid the rest of the yard. We're gonna roll it out just like we normally would. We take our knife, and then we're gonna very basically find our edge. In fact, actually, we'll just probably start our cut right here along the patio edge. We're gonna eyeball where the cut is. We're gonna find it, and we're just gonna start cutting. And we're essentially just gonna cut that entire strip off. So I guess we'll do this together here. Typically, I got a box knife, and box knives for cutting sod are much better than using a pocket knife every day of the week. And the reason for that is because, as you can tell, this is taking a second. Plus the line isn't going to be as pristine as it would be if I had a box knife that was nice and sharp that I could just make a nice clean cut with, you know what I mean? So sometimes you just use what you have, and that's kind of what we're doing today. We're going to cut all this off. We're going to start pulling it away as we go. You can kind of start to see how this edge is getting formed along this patio. Very simply like that. So now you can see our nice edge right here, how we're nice and more or less flush with the patio. And that's it. And now we're in line with our line, so we're not changing our pattern per se as we're laying it out, and it fits right in. So we'll do this probably one more time here, and then we'll possibly use just a regular roll, and it might reach out to this quarter. We'll troubleshoot that as we go, but just kind of gives you an idea. So the big thing we don't want, guys, is we don't want to be stuck taking something like this, if we can help it, and laying it along corners and edges. It's like when I lay this other piece of sod here. Let's just continue this conversation for a second. So we take another piece of sod, right, and roll it here. Let's just pretend that this is cut for a second. Okay. So we're gonna get this piece. Let's pretend that's set, and let's pretend that's cut. Okay. You see how we've got this little strip here? This strip is wide enough that we can make a cut, and then we would just cut a strip of sod, and essentially we just lay a strip of sod here. Okay, something kind of similar to this. But when you get to this small, the chances of this surviving in somebody's yard is like 10% out of 100. This is not going to survive most times, because there's really no bulk structure for it to be able to rely on all the other grass out there. So when you've got a little strip like this and you're trying to install it, it really should be ideally no smaller than half the size of half the roll of sod. Of course, you're gonna have situations like this where you're gonna have to be smaller, because that's just what's there. But if you can help it, ideally you want to do something that's about half the size of the roll of sod lengthways. The other thing is that we usually wait to do all the kind of finished cuttings until the very end. So we'll make another video about that. And the reason is because all the extra cuttings that we have we're going to be able to take that and kind of fit them into the smaller pieces that might even fit perfectly oftentimes. So thanks guys for watching. Hope that helps some troubleshooting with cutting. Thank you.